Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Siren Frost, and thank you guys for tuning in to another video again. And today in this video we'll be doing another deck profile video update. This is going to be my Bastion Prime deck profile with the Great Four and all the gigs. You know what I'm saying? All the gigs. Excuse me, I have to get the burp out of my mouth. But again, this is inspired by Tohya after he and Donji finally went head-to-head in the final match in Season 2 during the whole battle with Team Daybreak versus Team Blackout kind of thing. So they actually are very heavy hitters on both of them. And the only difference is Tohya's deck does consist of a lot of grade 3s normally, but I decided to change it up for a bit, give it more of a flair. Instead of waiting on your turn for, grade 3s and stuff like that, let's just, add more fuel to the fire and, see what happens. So, with that being said, let's start with the right deck. And of course, I'm using the Bastion Prime sleeves because there's no Team Blackout sleeves, any more sleeves for the rest of the deck. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to use this. So, we're going to be playing for grade 0 is Base. All that base. Grade 1 we have Fort. Grade 2 we have Rooks. And then of course the one Bastion. People can argue that you can still play 3 Bastions in the deck if you really want to. So if I really want to, I can make all the decks I have completely cross-ride. And this is technically cross-ride kind of build, for most of them. Because the grade 4 technically is a cross-ride. Not cross-ride, cross-ride. So, there you go. That's our ride deck lineup. Still the same, nothing much same for that one. Trigger lineup, same standardized thing I have. So, 4 heals, we have Arshes. 3 draw triggers, which is our Prorobi. Cute name. We have 4 copies of the Blade Feather Dragons for our boosters. 4 copies of Alpacc for our 20k shield boost. And of course, 1 lovely overtrigger. So, I will try eventually all the rainbows on the decks here. Because I do want to keep my decks a certain way before I get really, weirded out and feel like something is misplaced and whatnot. I'm very pretty much OCD when it comes to that. But if so far the decks work in my favor, I'm trying out draw triggers in Basagra for God's sake, so, it so far is doing okay. But I might take the draw triggers out if they do not do very much well performance-wise. Because I don't want to take out the Paramas or front triggers because they have more 20k more 20k value in shield value rather than just, having a huge card in your hand. That's what I'm saying. Not everyone knows our decks pretty much well. Not all of them do. For grade 1s, we're playing 8 grade 1s in this deck. So we're playing the new one, Patrol of Heavenly Eye Touve, or Touve. It's some sort of French name. But her skill is, when this card is revealed during your drive check, if you have a Vanguard with Bastion in this card name, put this card into your drop, and your opponent both puts all their front row rear guards on the bottom of their deck in any order. So this will completely fuck up your entire opponent's front row. Except for the Vanguard, because we all know the Vanguard cannot go back in the deck. Sadly. But it gets rid of the interceptors, it gets rid of more of the boosters, the heavy hitters, and all the bad gigs. So she's just in there just to say fuck you to your opponent and, get fucked pretty much. That's all I gotta say about that. And of course we have 4 Aegismares, which is the Hollow Gorgeous Foil Treatment complete guards. So that's all you kind of need for this deck, because we're trying to keep it to grade 3 friendly with Bastion, but it's kind of getting hard too, because I don't want the deck always going to be about grade 3s. Something needs to be shared in a lot of love. So I think there are certain grade 3s you can play in this deck, and that's going to be just fine. Grade 2s, we're playing 8 grade 2s in this deck, and people can argue like, well, you don't need grade 2s in the deck. That game is meant for grade 3s. Hey, you know what? Shut the fuck up. It's my deck, it's my video, it's my show. F you. Goodbye. Bye, Felicia. Anyways, so we got 4 copies of Knight of Heavenly Handeling Contenio, I think his name is Contenio. Contenio is ability when this unit is put on Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard with Bastion in its card name, this unit gets 5k power in the end of battle. So this is also your, you're also another 10k guard as well. So, that's always nice to have. Extra guarding, extra power. Just another heavy hitter, another defender. It's all fucking good. To a certain degree. And then finally, for our last grade 2, we are playing Knight of Heavenly Bullet, Proklis. Prokil's ability is, well, I think I mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again. Put this unit into your soul and rest another rear guard. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose any number of grade 3 cards from among them. Reveal them and put them into your hand and discard the rest. So again, this will help you get more grade 3s in your hand. And I figure it wouldn't hurt to, get a bit of a grade 2 lineup here just in case. Because you want to start making amazing amount of attacks at the beginning of grade 2 before you go into grade 3 or grade 4. You need to start punching out numbers. So I figured these will kind of be more helpful. And it doesn't seem pretty much bad. So those are my grade 2 lineups. For grade 3s, we're playing the new guy. 4 copies of Knight, Heavily Blade of Vow, Flient, I think. Flient or Flint, something. But his skill is during your turn, if your Vanguard is Apex-Surpassing Sword Bastion Prime, this unit gets 5,000 power in a turn. So you're literally gonna have to wait for grade 4 to get to this guy and whatnot. But his rearguard skill is when this unit stands by your card's effect, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 power in a turn. So you get an additional 10,000 boost right then and there. Just right there. Extra 23. So it's not all that completely bad. And of course, I played 2 copies of Heavily Shocked of Distinction Lagrele. He's your game changer, performing certain drive checks. You have to discard some certain cards. He is definitely a risk taker if you really use him. But he's only for like a last minute resort, if you ask me. So in case you run out of options and if you need to have some extra power, there you go. Lagrele is just there as a backup plan for some problems. Now we're playing 2 copies of the new Heavily Pike Solicitation Cornvoc. Cornvoc's skill is a rear guard as the rest of Aegismare. Soul Blast 1 and rest his unit. Look at the top 3 cards in your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or greater unit card with a different card name from this unit from among them. Call to a rear guard and put the rest upon your deck in any order. So this deck is like Royal Paladin, Shadow Paladin, Gold Paladin. It's bringing out the superior calling like crazy kind of thing. So the more calls you do, the more you get your field ready, and you're ready to hit your opponent with everything, hit him in the nutsack, have fun with that, and just say, hallelujah, let's party. And then, for our last grade 3, we are playing 2 copies of the set order card, Pride Protect. This one I featured in my last update deck pro video with Bastion. So there's that one. And that's just like your normal set order, and it gives all grade 3 units the power, the ability to boost. Pretty much. So there you go. I don't see no problem with it, and psycho. Anyways, so yeah, that is my grade 3 actual lineup. And like I said, you guys, I cannot wait to try these decks out again. I've been so wrapped up with Brandgate and Dragon Empire, mainly Dragon Empire, but I need to start giving these decks some love. I spent my hard work money on this one, so I might as well just show them more love too. I can't be stingy, even though it sounds like a good idea. I cannot be stingy. Finally, for our deck is our grade 4 main boss guy of the ball, the HBIC himself, Apex-Surpassing Sword Bastion Prime. So he's your main guy for the deck, and his skill is during your turn, all your front row units get plus 2,000 power. Fabulous. Other skill is a one-turn thing, so keep in mind it's a one-turn thing. At the end of the battle, you drive check, reveal a grade 3 or greater card, put a card with Bastion in its card name from your hand or soul into your drop. Stand all your grade 3 rear guards, and they get 10,000 power at the end of the turn. So this is like your very heavy hitter right here. So he provides all the grade 3s rear guards, the power. Combine him with the set order, combined with his ability, that's going to give you the power to boost, the power to kill, and basically say, fuck you, I am God. I am God. Hear me roar. Pretty much. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about this card. And I cannot wait to try him out, honestly. So, anyways, you guys, that is the conclusion of my deck profile update featuring the new Great 4 collection and the cross-ride version of Bastion, which I gotta say, and I gotta admit, he looks like a Royal Paladin. He may be above everybody else, but he's a fucking god. And Tohya really outdid himself. I got my work cut out for this one, so... Excuse me. I had a little problem with that. So anyways, you guys, I'm glad you guys like this video very much so. It makes me so happy to really do them for you guys and do it for myself. You know, I gotta be more open about nations, clans these days, and whatnot. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video very much so. If you guys have any questions about these decks, you know, at all, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your questions are, or you guys have any thoughts about them a little bit, and nothing too negative about them. If you guys have decks similar to this or a different build, send me the list if you really want to in the comment section. Go outside your comfort zone and try something different. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and be sure to stay tuned with an update on Gravidia and also Magnolia. So be sure to stay tuned for that one, and you guys have a good week, make good choices, and keep yourself safe from problems like COVID and drama and whatnot, and Karens. You know, if you need to, go to your local store and they have some Karen repellent. It's like $15, but you can buy it for that. But anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good week, whatever you guys want to call it. And I'll see you guys next video. I'm your host, Siren Frost, saying out.